Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and this video is brought to you through the EA Game Changers program. So big thank you to EA for providing me with an early access code to the brand new stuff pack, The Sims 4 Tiny Living. If you guys missed it, I posted my Create a Sim already. I've gone over everything in Create a Sim, so now it's time that we do the build and buy mode. I'm not gonna lie, build mode, these are the two items that you get. So if you were expecting wallpapers, if you were expecting teensy tiny little windows, unfortunately this isn't the pack for that. These are the two items that appear in build mode. So you have this door, which kind of gives me definitely an Oasis Springs kind of vibe. I don't know why, maybe because it's a little bit more modern. I do like it. It just comes with these glass panels on it, and then you have this teeny tiny little planter, which is adorable. I'm always down for more plants, and there are a fair few in this stuff pack. Yes, most of them are like decorative items and not like single plants by themselves, but I do enjoy this. So you got like the little air plant and some succulents and some cacti. So these actually hang up on a wall. I have a wall over here, so I'm gonna hang these up just to show you guys how they actually sit. So this is what they look like. They definitely look like they're upcycled with this little leather band holding them all together. Really like that. And then moving on to the buy mode stuff, we have this bed, which is really nice. I do still wish that we could have double swatches for beds so that we could change the bed frame and then we could also change the colors. Like this would be really nice on like a white bed frame. I do like the detail on this. Again, you've kind of got the knitted quilted material. Then we come to the main attraction of this pack, which is the Murphy bed. Whilst I was watching the live stream about this pack, someone actually came up with a really good question. How the heck are you meant to tell what colours the bed is when these are folded up? Because that's going to have an effect on what you use. Like, yeah, I know like this is pretty important if you're going to have it in the living room, but like the bedspreads can change as well. We will test it out in a bit, but I don't know if you can like pull it down and then change the color. I have no clue. This one comes with this little sofa. This is built on, and again, when I show you like the action of when they pull this down, it's really cool how the Sims team have done this. Like you can tell a lot of work has gone into it to get it just right. However, I do wish that this were a separate piece. I wish that this couch was a piece by itself. I'm sure a custom content creator probably will go about that and separate these, but it would be nice to see. So you have one with the sofa attached, then you have one without the sofa attached, and the bottom panel actually does change with whatever you choose. And then you have this one. This is actually really cool. I noticed this in the trailer, how this was like a three-parter. This is actually a separate bookshelf, but you can get this from the catalog. Whenever I say the catalog, I just always think of my niece. That's what she used to call Decathlon. But yeah, this is actually in the catalog as a three-piece one. But you will notice that this is actually just a bookshelf, so you can get rid of it. Someone said, oh, I wish the one with the sofa had two shelves. Well, you can make it that way. You can build it to however big you would like it. You could have it even bigger if you wanted it to be, with move objects on. So there's definitely some customization there, and then you can just like move these around. On this one, you can actually move it all. So if you go like this, you can move it all. So there is a fair amount of customization when it comes to the Murphy beds, which I definitely appreciate. We'll definitely have to test the theory. Let's just do it now. Okay, so we're gonna get her to come and put this bed down. Come on, EnglishSimmer. Okay, so my remote is invisible, but as you can see, the sofa like folds in on itself, which I think is really cool. And then this shelf becomes like the bottom stand, and you can see the little details. You got these little like animals and then these little pots. And also the guru said that when it's up, it's kind of like a daytime theme, and when it's down, it's kind of like a more nighttime theme. Okay, so that one is now down, and let's see if we can go in. Okay, so unfortunately you are going to have to go into live mode, and then if you want to change it up, you can change it up this way. Pretty much has the same color combinations as the single bed. And there is actually a risk of killing a sim if you have them bring a bed down when it is broken, which hopefully we can try and cover in this video. Then we have this super cozy chair. I mean, this just looks like a little reading chair. I really like when things come with pillows on them. I know some people don't. I also love the little detailing. If we go into live mode here, like this looks like it's been worn. Like the fabric on it is kind of incredible. Like you can tell the attention to detail that has gone into that. Lovely looking details. Then we have this, which I'm fairly sure is a dining chair. Yes, it is. Okay, just had to double check that because I was like, it looks like a dining chair, but I'm not 100%. So this is a dining chair. Definitely big mid-century vibes. The gurus did actually explain it it was like a Swedish small living lifestyle. I cannot remember the word for it though. I think it was Swedish, maybe it was German, I don't know. But there is actually a name for this style, which isn't mid-century, but it does look mid-century inspired. And then this is like a bar stool, which actually goes with this table that we have over here. So you can have a nice little high top dining table if you want it, which is really nice. Then this is the sofa, kind of just matches the armchair. I know a lot of people have said that this looks like the bowling stuff sofa as well. It definitely looks a little bit more comfier than the bowling stuff one. Like this is the bowling stuff. Like that looks way comfier. I think like this chair looks very similar, I will say that. So it does fit in well with bowling stuff, and it also fits in well with Get Famous because a lot of the colors tend to be the same as well. So super comfy looking sofa. I don't know, does this look comfy or does this not look comfy? It looks like IKEA. Like this just gives me an IKEA vibe. Like this looks like an IKEA collaboration. And here we have a knitted poof and a knitted poof. You could just put this in front of a sofa if you wanted to, like a little footrest, or in front of the chair if you wanted to, like a little footrest. This actually, I think, can hold clutter items on top of it as well, so you could have it as like a bedside table or something like that. Really nice little usable item, and I think your Sims can sit on it. Oh, they can't. Oh, that is disappointing. I thought that was gonna work the same way as the little ones that we got in movie night stuff. That's actually really disappointing. But the fact that this is Tiny Living and the Sims team have been like, yeah, there are objects that have multifunctional things. I don't know if it would collide with the clutter, like if the spaces or I forgot what the gurus call it, but when the slot, I don't know if that would mess with the item slot if a sim could also sit on it, but that's a missed opportunity. That's actually really big disappointment to me. I genuinely thought the Sims were going to be able to sit on that because it would make sense for Tiny Living. So kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. We have this little accent table, which is a tiny console. Obviously, with the new update, TVs can now fit on side tables and accent tables, so you can put a TV on here. We have this little rounded side table, which is really nice. It doesn't come with this clutter item on it, but this is what it looks like. Got some books under there. I don't think those books are usable. I will definitely double check that. Then you have this clutter item with like 2 candles. These candles do actually light up when you do go into live mode. This little side table again. I really like this. I have one of these in my house, which my Monstera plant sits on proudly. It's really cute. And these little bookends, which is actually a bookshelf in the new update. Then we have this little one tile desk. All of these things are one tile, by the way, minus the sofa, which is 2 tile. Every other item is like a 1 tile object, which I really like. 1 tile desks. I always think we need more of them. This one is super simplistic. And we have this little lamp, which basically just looks like it came out of IKEA. I really like it. I actually have one of these on my bedside table. Most of my house is from IKEA. I mean, it's my first home, so obviously it makes sense. Then we have this high top bar table, which you can also just use as a dining table if you want, because it kind of takes up less room. Then we have this brand new sink, which I really, really like. I think this looks super modern. I'm a big fan of like a standalone sink, especially like a big ceramic one like this. Just really nice. Love that whole console. And a brand new toilet as well, which looks very sleek and very modern and very shiny for a toilet, I might say. Yeah, super modern stuff, I feel like, for the bathrooms. We have this rug, which I just completely forgot the name of this item for some weird reason. Really cool textures on this rug. I love the frayed edges. Big fan of that and love the color combinations. This one I think is my favorite color combination, like the yellow and the blue. That is so good. We have this lamp, which is really nice. I mean, always a fan of more modern lamps. I would have loved like a yellow lampshade though. I feel like they played it very safe with just a black and a white lampshade. This I think actually acts as a decor placement. So I don't think that is a decor slot, unfortunately. It doesn't look like it was made to be a decor slot. I would definitely think that these plants would snap up to there if it was. So doesn't seem to be the case. SimGuru Ninja, I'm coming for you. You gave me false information on the live stream. Now I'm spreading false information to my viewers. Can't be having that. This is the item I'm definitely most excited about. So this works as a bookshelf, a TV console, and also a stereo. This looks like something my parents would have had in the house as I was growing up. Like this, definitely, I want like higher up TVs and like bigger TV consoles. So I'm a big fan of that. We have this bookshelf, which seems super tall, but I think it would fit in a regular sized house. Like if you had the shortest walls, I still think it would fit. Yeah, these are shortest walls and that definitely does fit. I don't know why it looks so tall, but it's not actually that tall. Really like it. Again, this glass is actually a decor slot, so you can stick things behind the glass and also the top of it as well. Oh, you can actually fit a plant in there, which is really nice. Okay, so doesn't seem to be the top of that one, but the top of this is all decor and this is a decor slot. The tops of these are decor slots. Really nice to see more clutter being able to be used here. So this is a dresser. Yeah, so this is the stubby cubby dresser and this is the power tower dresser. So both of those are dressers for your Sims bedrooms. Again, we have another all-in-one for the TV system. So a stereo, a bookcase, and also a TV. I actually would have loved to see this TV as a separate item as well. That's one thing I will say. I wish that some of these items came as separates. I say it a lot in like my feedback on packs, and I think there are missed opportunities for sure when it comes to like kind of separating items. I don't know how long it would take to make this as just a TV, because obviously it has this like back bit of wood behind it, but I would have loved to see it because it's a good TV size. Feel like it's a size we don't really have in the game. Then we have some kitchen clutter over on these shelves, which again give me a knitting vibe. You got your cozy tea and coffee, but in Sims 2 they could make these on the sewing machine. I know that's not knitting, but it gives me that kind of vibe, like a crafty vibe. This painting is one of my favorite paintings I think we've ever had in The Sims 4. There's like geometric animals. Love all the plant ones. The plants are definitely my favorite collection. I love the foxes as well. I think that's super cute. Just like super cozy. But if you get like 3 of these and like line them all up, or just do it like this and have like 4 of them. Let me move that mirror for a sec. And then like change them. Like, look how cute that is. Oh my god. Love it. This is like bathroom clutter. There is this mirror. I have heard from other game changers that this is actually super tall. So I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna psych our sim up. Apparently this sits super tall on the wall and like your sims can barely see themselves. I mean, they can see themselves, but it is very high up. I wish that we could lower mirrors. If you have move objects on, you can move them further up the wall, but you unfortunately cannot lower them. So if I go like 9, you can lift them up, but you can't go any lower, which is really unfortunate. I really wish that you could lower them. I know it probably wouldn't make sense as your sims were using them, but I think from like a building perspective, that would definitely be an update that was definitely wanted. So those are all the items that came with this pack. And then we got 3 styled rooms. So we got this little tiny bathroom. We got a single bedroom over here. See, what would be great is if your sims could relax on a bed and watch TV. They can't. They can only sit sideways on a bed. I miss sims being able just to relax and like read a book in bed or watch TV in bed. It would have fitted so well in this pack, I feel like, but definitely probably wouldn't have fit the scope of a stuff pack. Oh, there's also these lights, the Don Trip light fixture, which comes in like 3 different lengths and has some really cool combinations actually. Really love these. So depending on your wall height, obviously these will move up and down and stuff. So that's it on the tallest. I actually really like the way that looks. Far too much room, but looks sick. And this is just like a tiny little living area. I have to say, my biggest disappointment from build and buy mode is finding out that this isn't usable to sit on. Very disappointed in that. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the gameplay. So if you come over to here to this TV console, you can obviously do everything that you can do on a TV. You can listen to music, you can also channel surf, and you can also read books, which is really nice. You can also upgrade it, like you always were able to work out on it. Basically anything you can do on a bookshelf or a stereo or a TV, you can now do it all in one on this object and also this object over here. And also on the Murphy beds, you can obviously do the 2 upgrades that came with the update, but you can also do spring loaded and reinforced spring wiring, which I think helps with it not breaking. So I think you can do that upgrade to stop it from breaking. I thought there was a cheat where I could break an object, but unfortunately you can't. So I'm not gonna test the bed death. Man, as a Wooloo, that hits home. But we aren't gonna test that in this video because I can't break the bed, unfortunately. But if you do have a tiny house, I'm missing the biggest thing about this game pack. Tiny home residential. Tiny homes are a way of life. How small a space can you fit the essentials? There's 3 progressively difficult goals to challenge yourself. Small, tiny, and micro. How low can you go? So if you go to the requirements, what we apparently have on our lot right now is a micro home because we're only using 30 out of 32 of the tiles. At least 4 tiles are required to start a tiny tiny home. Foundations, basements, and decks all count towards the total tile count. So I will be going through this a little bit more in my build, which will be up tomorrow. If you guys have any requests for a type of build that you want to see, I might actually do like a plant lover build. I think that could be quite cute. I don't know though. Let me know if you guys have anything that you would like me to attempt to build. So apparently we have a microhome and it says you've placed 30 tiles of 32 for this tier. And these are the tiny residential venue lot rewards. So for a microhome, you lighten the load. Using less space means using less energy, which means lower bills. Let's all get along. All relationship gains are doubled. Let it grow. Plants grow twice as fast as normal. Feeling fine all the time. Happy, inspired, and focused buffs last twice as long. You got the touch. Skills increase at a double the standard rate. And cozy comforts, which I know I am cutting off, but relax, everything is twice as comfortable as it is generally. So for this one, you don't get the relationship one for the second tier, and you also don't get let it grow. So these actually do have an effect. And then for tier 3, you only get lighten the load, which means lower bills, and buffs last twice as long. And then if we actually come over to this woman and give her a friendly introduction, because we have a tiny home, we can actually brag about our tiny home. I'm not too sure if it opens up any other like gameplay interactions. I'm really not too sure about that. I guess I'll just discover that as I play. Oh my god, what is on TV, man? Okay, so we gave her a friendly introduction. Let's go to friendly, and we should be able to brag about really micro home. Because we have the tiniest home available, we can brag about it. So let's do that. She's like, check out my tiny house. It's not even a house. She's like, I appreciate the tiny house. Ooh, there we go. Micro home. From living in a micro home, gaze upon the micro home. Gain increased duration to happy, inspired, and focused buffs. Receive household bill reduction, increased comfort gain from objects, increased to skill gains, increased gardening growth and plant health, bonus relationship gains with other Sims on the lot. So you do get a lot from living in a microhome. Definitely the biggest disappointment is not being able to sit on this poof. But thank you guys so much for watching this build and buy overview. I'm sure at some point we will see. I might even do a deathmatch on the beds, like just create 8 Sims and fight them out as to who's gonna have a broken bed and who's gonna die. That could take a while though. Might not be the most entertaining video in the world. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know how you feel about tiny living down below. Is there anything that you would have loved to see? I personally would have loved to see ladders in this pack. I think for building like loft areas, it would have been really helpful if you had like a smaller footprint than stairs, because stairs can take up a lot of room when it comes to a micro home. SimGuru Ninja did say in the live stream that that would have taken time away from like the Murphy bed and stuff. I would have loved to see it though, but don't we all always want everything that we can get our hands on? And unfortunately, sometimes that isn't the case. I love to hear your thoughts and opinions on tiny living, and I will speak to you all in tomorrow's video where I'm hopefully gonna get my build on. Bye guys!